Now, in this new budget, I mean, there's a bunch of cutting. Oh, there's a lot of cutting that I'm loving. And everybody is up in arms at there's going to be 19 independent agencies that are government funded. 19 independent agencies that are going to have their funds cut, and I'm loving every minute of it. Let's just go through the 19, shall we? Okay? Let's just go through them, because this is what's going to be cut, and everybody has some kind of something to say about it. Everybody's pissed off about it. So let's go ahead and talk about what are these 19 independent agencies that are going to be unfunded in POTUS's proposed 2018 budget. First one, the African Development Foundation, okay, provides grants to community groups and small businesses that help marginalized communities in Africa. I mean, are we funding this for real? I mean, what the hell are Bill and Melinda Gates doing out there besides inoculating these poor people with the AIDS or whatever the hell they're doing, in my opinion? I'm just saying, what the hell are they doing? Why are we funding this? Jesus Christ. Now, we got the Appalachian Regional Commission. This funds programs to develop economic opportunities, infrastructure, and the workforce in 13 Appalachian states, with much of its work focused on coal-dependent communities. Now, I know that there's already people in elements of Kentucky and in the Appalachian areas that are not necessarily happy about this particular cut here, and all I can simply state is we're bringing back coal jobs. Coal is coming back to coal country. You're going to have those nice living wages that y'all folks are used to living under. You're going to have generous economic opportunities. I see unlimited overtime. I mean, there is going to be some true work coming your way to offset any of this right here, okay? So, for all you folks that are out there in the Appalachian areas, believe me, I've been reading the uproar out there. In my view, I think that you should just kind of be optimistic as it pertains to the coal jobs that are coming your way once again. Let's go ahead and go some more here. We got the Chemical Safety Board. All right, it's going to get its funding cut. Now, what's funny about the Chemical Safety Board, it's this. It investigates chemical accidents and makes recommendations to industry labor groups, OSHA, and EPA to prevent future incidents. I thought OSHA was supposed to be investigating these already. Why do we need like another freaking stupid governing funded crap to investigate this? I thought OSHA investigated this chemical accidents and that sort of thing. They're the first ones on the scene. I never heard of the Chemical Safety Board bureaucrats out there. Cut their goddamn funding. Who gives a crap? Corporation for National and Community Service. Now, this is another agency that's going to get their funding cut. The funds allow thousands of volunteer organizations. Wait, hold on just a second. Did I read that correctly? Funds thousands of volunteer organizations. Wait a minute. Wait just a second. Hold on just a second. Did I read that correctly? It funds thousands of volunteer organizations. How can it be a volunteer organization if you're giving it money? Oh, God, man. No wonder Trump is cutting this crap. God. Let me continue going. The Corporation for Public Broadcasting. Oh, bye-bye, Big Bird. All right, bye-bye. All right. Bye-bye, Big Bird. Let me tell you something. I'm sick of Sesame Street. You know what I mean? Whatever happened to the programming that actually made kids learn about science and stuff? Y'all remember the crap after Sesame Street? 3, 2, 1, contact. Y'all remember that? And if you don't, that's because they took it off because it was too smart for you morons. But even that, that's enough. That's enough public funding for Corporation for Public Broadcasting, all right? And on top of that, don't you people, auction off crap and collect donations? So, wait a minute. You're taking our tax dollars and our donations? Hey, the hell with you, public broadcasting. Out of here. You're out. Big Bird's got to go, and he's got to whore himself out selling buckets of chicken at KFC or some crap. He's got to do some other work. All right, Big Bird? That's all. Let me continue going here, all right? Jesus Christ. We've got the, where are we? Man, there's just so many of them. How about Delta Regional Authority? Funds economic development projects in the 7 states in the Mississippi Delta. What? I mean, with all due respect to Mississippi, Mississippi isn't very, how can I put it? Mississippi isn't very, whatever this is funding, it's not working. Let's just put it that way. I'm trying to be as polite as possible. All right? I'm serious. I will be as polite as possible, for Christ's sake. So let's just continue going. All right? We've got the Denali Commission, provides utility, infrastructure, and economic support in Alaska. In Alaska? What are you talking about? Maybe how much more money do we got to send to Alaska, for Christ's sake, man? Alaska? I mean, you could go up to Alaska and get free land, for heaven's sake, all right? I'm serious. I'm not joking around. So let's continue going, all right? What else do we have going on here? We've got Institute of Museum and Library Services. Supports libraries and museums through research, policy development, and grant making. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, give me a break. All right, I'm serious. Give me a break. I mean, this is just trash. I mean, here's another one. Inter-American Foundation provides grants to organizations working to improve economic conditions for poor communities in the Americas and the Caribbean. I mean, this is South America, Caribbean money. I mean, let's continue on. Here's another agency. The U.S. Trade and Development Agency funds projects that link American exporters with buyers in developing countries. I mean, what the? Are you joking? I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, good God. Legal Services Corporation, okay? Legal Services Corporation funds organizations that provide legal aid to low-income Americans. All right? I mean, wait a minute. Oh my God! I can't believe this is where our tax dollars are being sent here. I mean, seriously. Here's the National Endowment for the Arts. Oh yeah. Hey, all you arts people, what did I tell you? All you little artists that are putting, turds in a can. You're putting turds in a can and calling it art, all right? No more, all right? No more funding this stupid ridiculousness. I cannot wait for the National Endowment for the Arts to be cut, all right? And these are the leftists that are sitting here pissing and moaning right now about it. Oh, no, you're going to cut my art funding. Oh, no, I want to throw feces on a picture of Jesus and call it art and be paid for by the government. No. Goodbye. Goodbye, National Endowment for the Arts. Goodbye. So let's see. Goodbye to Big Bird. Goodbye the National Endowment for the Arts. And guess the other national endowment that's going to be defunded. National Endowment for the Humanities. For humanities, for what is this? Supports research and initiatives to preserve cultural resources. Oh, cultural resources. Oh. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, you understand that National Endowment for Cultural Humanity, Natural Endowment for Humanities, you get that that's cultural enrichment being paid for by our tax dollars, okay? Let's continue going because I want to move on from this, but I just want to show you so you have an idea what's being cut. These are the 19 different independent agencies that are being cut funding, and I'm loving every minute of it, all right? Now, we've got Neighborhood Reinvestment Corporation. This assists organizations aimed at revitalizing rural, urban, and suburban communities and securing access to affordable housing. Wait a minute. I mean, don't we have HUD for this? I mean, what the hell is this about, man? I mean, do you understand, folks, that we already have a program called the FHA program where you literally just have to put down like 2% of the house down payment, 2%. If you go to a traditional financial institution, a traditional bank, you're going to have to drop 20%, 25% down before the bank even talks to you. Good God. And what, we've got an agency? What is this agency really doing, for Christ's sake, man? Good God. Here's another one, Northern Border Regional Commission. All right, this one promotes economic development in distressed counties near the Canadian border in Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, and New York. Really? Are you kidding me? I didn't even realize all this money was being circulated around out here. And, you know, none of this has done any bit of good whatsoever. You know, I'm all for if any of these programs have actually done some benefit to our society. And every one of these that I've read off, you take a look at the regions that they're supposed to be servicing, it's not necessarily the greatest part of America, okay? I'm just saying, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ, man. What else do we have here? Here's another one. Overseas Private Investment Corporation. What the hell is this? Helps U.S. businesses invest in emerging markets by providing loans, political risk insurance, and support for private equity funds? What the are you kidding me? You know what this is, folks. You know this overseas private investment. This is Wall Street, corporate welfare. That's what this crap is. This is big business corporate welfare right there. And there's one thing that I hate more than the Poe in America juicing welfare. It's corporate welfare. You understand? It's corporations that are just juicing the American tax system as if they are supposed to be able to be accorded free goddamn money. Jesus Christ, these scumbags. Let's continue. We got 3 more agencies. We're going to move on to another subject, folks. All right? United States Institute of Peace. Is this a real organization that's being funded by our tax dollars? Are you kidding me? United States Institute of Peace works to address violent conflicts and encourage religious tolerance through research, training, and partnerships with government agencies. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. I mean, Jesus, man. The United States Institute for Peace, this is where they culturally enriched us. You see, this is where Trump is cutting. He's cutting out the cancer. He's cutting out the damn culture cancer that has been infecting our country. Good God, give me the mic. I'm telling you, there's 2 more agencies that I have to say here, but Trump is cutting out the goddamn cancer that has infected our country, and they have used, when I say they, I'm talking about the leftists that enacted these goddamn agencies, that funded these pieces of trash. They use these agencies to culturally enrich America, and right now, Donald Trump is cutting the fat. He's cutting out the cancer. And I'm loving every minute of it. The last 2 agencies, the United States Interagency Council for the Homelessness. Are you kidding me? United States Interagency Council on Homelessness. I mean, this is obviously not done one bit of good to keep people off the street and not be homeless. All right? And look, this is what their job is. It coordinates with federal agencies to prevent and end homelessness. Oh. And you know what that means? They're going to get never-ending funding because they're never going to end homelessness. I mean, there's a whole bunch of reasons why people are homeless. All right? I mean, they could be down on their luck. They could have lost a family member, and they could be on the street. They could have lost a job. They could be mentally handicapped. They could be mentally ill. A lot of these folks that live on the street don't want to get off the street. They like the street life. So this is a complete scam, this United States Interagency Council on Homelessness, because they're never going to get rid of it. They're never going to get rid of it, and this is a never-ending funding hole to this goddamn agency. I'm glad this is being cut. And last but not least, folks, believe it or not, the man who signed in the Federal Reserve himself, Woodrow Wilson International Center for Scholars. Oh, man, you see, this is where they mold these dumb imbeciles that actually try to give intellectual credence to the lunacy that they're putting off as policy, okay? And look what it tries to claim it is. It's a nonpartisan think tank based in Washington, D.C. that conducts and promotes research on a national and world affairs. Cut the funding for Woodrow Wilson's International Center for Scholars. Cut it out and cut it all! I'm telling you, those are the 19 independent agencies that are going to have their funding cut in 2018. Now, this is just a proposal, folks. We have to make sure that the Congress okays this, and that's why I went through each and every one of these damn agencies, because they need to be cut out. These are cancer. They have done nothing but perpetuated the current hysteria, the current race hustling, division, separation, divide and conquer that the leftists have implemented on our society. This is being cut because they, and when I mean they, I'm talking the leftists, are not going to use our tax dollars to try to suppress us. They're not going to use our tax dollars to try to pervert us. They're not going to use our tax dollars to try to use subversion on us. We're not going to let it happen, and thank God Donald Trump is out here kicking ass, taking names, and saying, you know what, we're just going to cut funding. See you later there, Big Bird. See you later there, National Endowment for the Arts. See you later, huh? How do you like that? Anyway, folks, hopefully you got a little bit of an idea of what is being cut. Any of these leftists that try to sit here and give you the sob story, I just told you none of that crap is really worth continuously funding. None of it has any kind of pertinence to the progression of America as a whole. They're just money pits, for a lack of a better term, money pits.